36. And we have 6 homes here. So this was a 15 home project. You saw the 7 in Pisinemo, 6 here, and then there's 2 in Calic. They're actually north of the village. So when you come on the road, but they're far enough off the road that goes into the village that it's actually really nice. I drove by those 2 homes.
Noblin was saying the last new construction, this district, same time frame, 1989. There were only 2 houses built in Hikiwan. Yeah.
So like in Pisinemo, we had space, the land they gave us, that was already part of our land with the thing. We put 7, we have 3, I believe we have 3 more spaces for potential homes to fill out that we could build there. Here, where's one? Do you remember what's the total build out here on the plans?
15.
How many?
15.
15. So the way it's designed here, we can add another, as long as in the home, a lot of it is that the waiting lists are there for people to move in, and that the money. So you have a room for another,
Just across the street here.
right on the other side. Okay, but see, and the thing about this kind of site, just so that you understand, the reason this site was attractive, Hikiwan gave us 2 land sites. So the first land site they gave us is directly across 86 from San Simon Health Center, and where Pisinemo's new business thing's gonna go. The problem with that, the problem with that site, where it sits, there's issues with environmental issues, there's water issues. It would be millions and millions of dollars in infrastructure to cost just to get that site, the flooding and everything that go there. But that site, they already, resolution doesn't have for TOCO for future build out. So part of that's gonna be, from my standpoint, the infrastructure build out that the district does on the other side of the road, then you benefit from that. But this one, it was attractive because obviously it's right next to it's in the village, and it was next to the rec center, so the infrastructure costs were a lot lower. So we can build more homes here as long as there's money and people to come.
And again, this is part of the 2017 funding for the ICDBG grant. So we're getting ready to close out this whole project of 15 homes here in Pisinemo and also in Calic. It's about a 24-month project. So when we get the grant, then we get, we start the environmental process, and then we start the process to get the architecture and plans in place, and then from there, it's about a 2-year before we close out that grant.
And
So then we just got the 18, it just kind of rolls.
I think that what you also have to understand too is that the monies that we get come from a lot of different pools of funding, and depending on the pool of funding that we get, determines who can move in and what rules apply. So as Alex said, this is an ICDBG, it's a HUD funded project, it's meant for low income families, so, if you have income at a higher range, you're not gonna you won't qualify for this home. We do have some small exceptions like law enforcement, emergency personnel, and you can do a small percentage up to a certain point. But these are really meant for low income housing families. They pay the rent here, or not the rent, this is home ownership, they'll pay, it's tied to what their family income is. It's capped at 30% of their family income. And the board, when they set the sales prices for these, we subsidize a lot of the cost here for these homes. So these are very nice homes, but they're meant for that certain population. Then we have other homes that are rentals, low income housing, tax credit. I mean, there's so many different types of programs and funds. And then what you're gonna go to next after lunch, and what I'm proposing, our proposal, we talked about it, it's 12:04. Nikki's bringing the food, since it's on the way first, we just stop and have lunch. If you want, the food should be there by the time we get there. Eat, have the 2 agenda items, and then we can swing by to Hanukuk on the way back. So now we'd go and have to sort of track back, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right? All right. Any other questions for any of us, or any of the staff here, or board members?
How many lots did we designate for UIP out here? I know there's some UIP.
We haven't designated any lots, but we could use,
The existing.
we can use existing, if there's so say somebody in Hikiwan here does not qualify for Nahasa, or in Pisinemo at that site, and they wanna build a lot, or they wanna have a house built. We because we have a site control here, we could put a house under the UIP program on one of these empty lots here, Pisinemo, and other places.